Welcome back. Just looking at a couple of these sheets that have the negative numbers and what they refer to. What is the temperature showing on each thermometer in Celsius degrees? Okay, so often we measure the temperature, and in the UAE it's pretty much above 0 degrees most of the time, if not all the time. Other countries where it's freezing cold and you've got snow and ice, you might think of particular places away from the equator, quite far away from the equator. The further away you go, it tends to be a bit more cooler. So you might have places that, when you look at the temperature, it is below 0. In this case, it's a bit hard to see probably for where you are, but I can see these are going up in 1, 2, 3, 4, they're going up in ones. So this is here, the line is here. This would be from 0, it would go -1, -2, -3, -4. This would be -4 degrees. Often when you go skiing, places like that, that's where it'll be -4. Sometimes if you've been to ski Dubai, it might have the temperature, what particular temperature it's in there. Let's look at this one here. This one has come up to here. We're at 0. If you notice these bigger ones, bigger lines here, they're in values of 5. So from 0, there's a 5, and then we've got the big one coming out, 10. This one here will be another 5, which would be 15. So this one here would be -5, where that part is, -6, -7, -8. So this one is -8. And what I probably should have is the degrees sign. Yes. Sometimes when we measure things, we use millimeters, centimeters. In this particular case, we're measuring in degrees. So the symbol, that little there, Celsius, the little 0 is like a degrees symbol. So -4 and -8. Which one of these two do you think is the highest temperature? When I say highest, what are you thinking about? The hottest, the coolest? Sometimes the vocab is the part that we get tripped up on. So you then want to think about, on the number line, and I'll do a horizontal one, seems to be more traditional, 0, so -1, -2, -3, -4, if I carry on, -5, -6. I'm sure your number line would be much more accurate than Mr. Blair's terrible drawing. -8 would be here. So you can see what I have over here. Here is -4, which is here, and -8 is way over here. When you're asked this sort of question, which one is greater than the other one, which one is bigger, you want to think here is 0 here. So which one is greater, which one is bigger? It's the one that's closest to 0. Okay, so the one that's closest to 0, 4, -4 is greater than -8. Even though 8, if we had just +4 and +8, 8's definitely bigger. When we're talking negative numbers, how far away are they from 0? And whichever one is closer to 0, that is the bigger number. That's the greatest number. I'll go down a couple more. Pause this here. On this particular one, we have Sarah had 10. Now this is pounds. This is an English symbol for currency. We use dirham. In other countries, New Zealand, Australia, they use cents, and there's all different things. In Italy, lira, just a different name for currency, the value that you use to purchase things. Sarah had £10 in her bank account. What would the balance be if she, and this is the part we need to start learning, it's the vocabulary, like I said, can be the tricky part. Withdraw or withdrew. Withdrew means to take away. Okay, so you are going to take out 15. So do you think that would be positive or negative? Yeah, it would be -15. You're taking it away. On this one, withdrew. Okay, you're taking away. Deposited. Okay, deposited means to put in. Okay, you're putting something in. So if you've got some spare money, you go to the bank and you put that into your bank account. Deposited means it's getting bigger. Okay, so that would be a positive you'd increase. Withdrew, withdrew. So when you get to some of these sheets, just think, are they taken away? Is it a minus or am I plussing? Am I adding? So negative and positive numbers can be a bit tricky at times. Let's put this into action just with one of these here. Here's a number line here. And we'll just use this one for an example. Here it's saying 2 minus 5. 2 take away 5. So here is my number line here. It's already been done for us. We're at 2 and it's saying we're going to minus. So whenever you've got minus, we're going to go to the left. We're going to go that way. If it said 2 plus 7, plus, we want to go to the right. Now there are some other things I will teach you in the next video, but in this particular case, let's look at this. We're at 2 minus 7, so I'll jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I end up with negative 5. This one, it's saying 1. 1 take away 5, or 1 minus 5. So I would put myself here. Mr. Blair's here. He's at 1, and I'm going to take away 5. So would I go to the right? Would I go that way? Or would I go that way? Let's have a look at this. The key, it's saying minus, I'm going to go that way. So I'm going 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I end up with not minus 4, it's negative 4. Think of that vocab. So negative 4 would be my answer. Try a couple of these and see how we go.